Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you to all the witnesses for your service to our country and your continued service here. Congratulations on your nominations. I want to begin by, there was a hearing many, many years ago, several decades ago, Armed Services Committee. The father of the U.S. Air Force, Billy Mitchell, stated that blank place, this place, was the most strategic place in the world. Anyone who controlled this place could control North America, Europe, and Asia. Do any of you know what place Billy Mitchell was talking about when he said this in front of the Congress of the United States? Take a guess.
Alaska.
There you go, Alaska. All right, so can I get a commitment from each of you to come to Alaska soon in your tenure and see why it is so strategic, particularly as we are reorienting towards the Indo-PACOM region? Can I get a yes from everybody?
Yes, Senator.
Yes.
Yes.
Everybody? Did I get a yes?
Yes.
Okay, good. I want to follow up on that. Ms. Skelly, I want to get your commitment in, Mr. Ratner, Dr. Ratner, with regard to J-Park. That's our training ranges up in Alaska. We just conducted, hopefully you saw it, the Northern Edge exercise. J-Park is a first class, probably some of the best training areas in the world. Like I said, the Northern Edge exercise we just did had an entire MUARG that participated, carrier strike group. Can I get your commitment to take a look at J-Park and see all the opportunities it has for training high-end, fifth-gen training that we need to be ready, for the great power competition that in many ways is upon us?
Yes, Senator.
Yes, Senator.
Dr. Scully, thank you. Dr. Ratner, one thing that's often, I think, a little bit forgotten is, again, the Alaska-based forces are kind of at the classic seams of different COCOMs. You have a significant threat coming from EUCOM. Those forces are OPCON to PACOM. I had Admiral Aquilino up in Alaska just a couple weeks ago. And when you're looking at the different opportunities, but also force posture in the region, can you commit to me to make sure you're keeping Alaska in mind? We're NORTHCOM, STRATCOM because of our missile defense, but again, we're going to have over 100 fifth-gen fighters, often by the end of this year, based in Alaska. Oftentimes, even with our most sophisticated strategists, they kind of look at international dateline, east or west, and they forget to go north. Alaska forces are much closer to Japan and Korea than many of our forces that are east of the international dateline, even though we're west. Can I get your commitment to make sure that as you are looking at force posture, you strongly consider Alaska and the forces there, not just what we have, but for future forces?
Yeah, absolutely, Senator, and I still have the map you gave me of showing those flight times, so it's on my desk back at the Pentagon.
Good, I appreciate that. The outgoing Indo-PACOM commander, in a hearing that made a fair amount of news just about 2 months ago, and a question I asked them, given the aggressiveness of Xi Jinping, Communist Chinese Party, you know how aggressive they've been with other countries, India, Australia, Hong Kong. I asked him, what does that entail from his perspective with regard to Taiwan? I was just in Taiwan. I led a group of senators, Senator Duckworth, who's on this committee, very good meetings. But we were there to support a strong traditional partner, as the Taiwan Relations Act mandates that we do as a country, came from this Senate body. Admiral Davidson said he thought within 6 years the Chinese Communist Party would move to probably try to forcefully retake Taiwan. Do you agree with that timeline? It was kind of a shocking statement. And if called upon, I know it's a bit of a vague commitment that we have one way or the other. Are they, or if need be, if called upon, if we make that decision, are we ready to make sure that that kind of aggressive action would not succeed? Do you agree with that timeline?
Senator, it's a very important question. I agree with Admiral Davidson's sense of urgency. I don't think it's particularly useful to put a pin on a timeline. I think what we have to do is ensure that we are maintaining combat credible deterrence going forward, whether that's 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 15 years from now. As I said to Senator Hawley, I think we have the capability today to deter and defeat Chinese aggression, and I think it's important that we maintain that going forward.